energy drinks, self-harm, smoking cigarettes. They're all signs of a bad mental health. Practically this year, about 6-8 months ago, I tried self-harm for the first time because my mental health was so low that I needed an escape from reality. Energy drinks didn't hit the same. Smoking didn't even hit, even though I'm not a smoker. I didn't try any drugs, but I just needed something to cut the edge of the pain. The gym didn't feel right. I was barely eating. So I was able to convince myself to take a blade and slit. The first time, it went quiet. My brain and everything, it went quiet. But immediately regret settled in. So I patched it up, covered up with a sleeve, and I went to work the same day. I was able to be quiet in my brain for a couple of weeks before a couple of months later, the second round happened. This time I went a little deeper by accident. And the same thing happened again. I covered it up and I went to work. I was struggling financially, physically, mentally, and it was a cry for help, to be honest. And then I was able to get through it. I pretended nothing happened, even though family, friends, and coworkers were concerned. I didn't really speak the truth of what was going on. I just said I was dealing with something and I made up a story to a certain extent. Some of it was truth and some of it was a lie. But I just didn't want people to know the truth, what really happened. And then, practically 4 months ago, what was the last time? I was such in a deep gutter that I lost gains in the gym, I lost hope for life, and my belief system was all crap. And then art didn't hit the same, and then I was so angry and so fed up with my life situation, like the dishes were starting to pile up. My clothes were unfolded or not done. My bed wasn't made and my discipline was gone. I didn't read anymore. I was playing video games like a degenerate. And I lost myself. Out of pure frustration, I took the same blade once more. And this time I cut with anger. And then I took the blade into the skin and then I slit. I was 1 millimeter away from the main artery itself. I called the emergency service immediately and I panicked and I said, hey, I'm bleeding and I don't know what to do. And they were calm, chill. They told me what to do and they said, oh, okay, are you close by to a hospital or something? Are you able to get there or something like that? And this sentence hit me hard because I don't have an ambulance available. When she said that, I was just like, oh, okay. Should I go to the mailbox and wait for something? She sent me down to the mailbox to wait for an ambulance when it was available. And I had a towel covered around it with duct tape. And I stood there for 30 minutes straight waiting for an ambulance or waiting for a call. And I called back the emergency system and I said, hey, I don't see an ambulance or anything like that. Oh, I'm sorry, we still don't have anything available. I'm calling the local doctor in order to get you in. I was then sent to my local doctor and I walked and I knew that since I don't have my license, this walk is going to take me at least 10-15 minutes. So I walked over there and then I just went in. I said, hey, you guys are expecting me? And then I went into the doctor. I got stitched up and I got asked a few questions. Can you go to work the same day? During the entire process of this, I understood I was at my low point in life because I had the shittiest mental health ever. I realized the health system and the healthcare system is utterly garbage because we're so many people, just a little side rant, we're so many people working high-paced environments that small, call it inconvenience like this, they're not going to send out an ambulance because it's not life or death. If I said I was bleeding out, then they most likely would find a way. But I could have died that day. After that moment, I valued life for what it is. And after that significant low point, so low deep in the gutter, I realized my habits were the pinnacle and destructive of everything. So I needed to change. The first thing was when I realized that I had to go down to the local doctor, that the trip took me 10 to 15 minutes. I don't have my license. But if I got my license a few years back, I could have basically solved that problem by driving myself. And I also realized that, if I didn't have to make such many dumb financial mistakes, I could have been at a better point in my better mental health. So I wrote down goals the same day when I came home from work, and I said, you know what? I need to get my license by that specific date. I need to become successful before this and this becomes crucial. I need to fix my physical health because I hate the way I look. All this because of basically having coping mechanisms. Playing video games, drinking energy drinks, smoking for a period of time. I basically self-sabotaged and fucked myself over. Do you know what the fun part is? I ain't got anyone to blame. It's no one's fault, except my own. Still to this day, I work in a shitty job that barely pays the bills because I need to work in more places in order to make shit go around. Whose fault is that? My own. Because I stayed put. I sticked to the same job for 5 fucking years. So I'm changing. What I basically did was write down a plan. Every single day, I write a job application. And I don't care where the hell it is, it's better than the place I am. So I'm applying every day. That's the mission. So every single time I'm tempted, buying an energy drink, and I fail, I have it in the back of my mind. You just failed. Again, the clock reset. Remember that your heart is not something you want to tamper with. Even when I do some stupid mistakes, I've said this so many times to myself that my subconsciousness has basically started repeating things that I've told myself. A belief system. Every energy drink is a waste of money and a waste of time, and basically a higher chance bye heart. All this sort of things because I did bad habits. In order to change from bad habits to good habits, you need to take the leap of faith and you need to replace the habit itself. You're living in comfort, but those things that I'm comforting for you are basically destroying you. You want to be more confident. You want to be more successful. Easy. By jumping from point A to point B. The gap that you're waiting for, the initial time point, is less than 5 centimeters. Even a person that is mentally challenged can jump 5 centimeters. Jump from your comfort zone and jump to where you need to be before time starts catching up. Because one day you'll be 25, one day you'll be 30, and if you didn't take the chances, you'll be stuck behind with the rest of them while we continue moving forward. You need to take chances. You want to aspire and you want to achieve a certain dream. You already know the fundamental of it, what you really want. It's already embedded to your subconsciousness, but comfort is basically something that's stopping you. In order to understand the concept of everything else, pick up this book, The Mountain Is You, by Brianna West. When you start reading and you start understanding how things truly work, no one is coming to save you. That is the last point. No one is coming to save you for your mental health, for your financial situation. There is no secret uncle. There is no aunt or suddenly your mom and dad wins $1 million and then suddenly you get 25% of it. No. You need to save yourself. And all these habits that have developed throughout the years, you need to fix it yourself by taking the initial step. I have a program for all this. The link is in the description below this YouTube video. If you want to become better in your health, fixing your health overall, click the description and below and go join my community. Your mental health will start to get an improvement in the first month when you already take action. But besides that, time is nothing you can get back. It only moves forward. This comes from a person that at some point actually wanted to kill themselves. I was never able to follow through because something inside here was basically stopping me. When I changed and I start to get help, I'm going to a psychologist to understand the better principle of my brain, because I feel like I have a mental disorder or something. Because of all my friends that have these sort of ADHD, autism or something, have always said, you have a lot of signs of these traits. I may not have it, but I'm still going to a psychologist to seek help. Who took the step right of going to a psychologist? Me. Who let go of their ego in order to grow? Me. Who go to the gym every single day chasing their dreams? Me. Who needs to fix your problems? Me. But I need to take the actionable steps. I got a skinny neck, for example. Who needs to fix that? Me. I still have hatred. I still have anger. But these sort of emotions or these sort of things, I hate the life position I am in right now. I am grateful for the things around me, of course, don't get me wrong, but I'm so fed up with these things repeating again and again and again that this anger, this fuel, this hatred sometimes pushes me harder to move towards my goals. It is you versus you. Fuck everyone else, but seek guidance when you need it. Take care.